I'm Weil Ylagan and I play for Killerweil, Ken Liwanag, and Demi. And you're watching Channa 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 podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of my podcast. We have very special guest today joining from Manila. We got Weil Ylagan joining the podcast. Hi Weil.
Hello there, Channa. Hello there,
Happy New
viewers.
Happy New Year, Weil.
Happy New Year too.
So how's 2022 for you?
So far, things are not that good because there are no gigs again. So just making music at home, doing
Right.
covers, and uh, there. I miss doing gigs, man.
But you got few gigs last year, late last
Yes,
year.
yes, yes. When the alert level was not that hard yet, we got some few gigs during October to December, I think.
Right. I think you opened for Android 18. Or are you
Yes,
playing with them?
during back in December during their 10th year anniversary, we played
Right.
along with Snake Fight, written by the Stars, Android 18.
Right. I went to circuit because you played in social house, right? In circuit.
Yes,
Uh
yes, yes,
yeah, it's very sad to see all these venues close, right?
yes.
Right.
So
So other than music, how was the pandemic affected you in other ways? Was your work affected or how was it?
um, my work wasn't affected at not that much, but the only thing that happened was we were assigned to work at home.
Right.
We were not yet reporting to the office when since the pandemic started. And music wise, the gigs were the gigs were canceled. We Before the pandemic, there were gigs that were scheduled for Killer Whale and Ken Liwanag, and when the pandemic came, they were just canceled. And yeah, it's disappointing, but we must accept it. And I know time will come that this pandemic will be over soon.
Right. I think there will be a time like we don't even remember anymore the pandemic, right? That time will come soon, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. So well, I think the first time I met you was that was actually my first time also going to AO Radio, and you guys, I think you
Yes, Jam
were
88.3.
yeah, so with Demi, you guys were the music guest on that that
Yes,
that
it was
show,
our
right?
guesting. Yes,
That's the
yes.
first time I met you, and I remember you were
I think
playing
that was 5 years ago.
right, yeah, somewhere there,
Yeah,
and then
five
it was.
years ago, I think.
I think the song you guys were promoting was Delusion, right?
Yes, I think it was the premiere of Delusion on Jam 88.3 Adults Only Radio.
Right.
And then you
So
were there too.
yeah, that was my first time also. So
Yes.
what was what's happened with Demi?
Uh, I think in every band, things happened and we just needed to take a break. But honestly, we are preparing for somehow a comeback this year because 2022 is the 10th year of Demi.
Right.
So we're already planning things and we're just taking it slowly because we know the pandemic is still happening.
Right. So Will, can you tell me a little bit about your childhood and what's your first like your earliest memory of music?
My earliest memory of music, I think, were the theme songs of the cartoons and anime I watch on TV. I
Right.
think that was the first time when I fell in love with music. The theme songs of cartoons and anime. TV shows, and then after that, I think uh, during my first grade, during our music class, during my first grade, we were asked to sing a song
Right.
for our finals, I think, for our music class. And then I think back then I sang the theme song of Dragon Ball Z. So I think that was the first time I performed in public, I think, during the finals of our music class during my first grade in elementary.
Right. I know you're a lover of like, AO radio stuff like glam rock and
Yes, of course. Yes, yes.
hard rock and glam rock. So
Yes.
when did you like got exposed to that type of music?
Actually, I was a late bloomer for the classic rock. I already fell in love with classic rock back in college,
Right.
during my college days. But it's like that was the time when I felt that I need to do this music too. The Guns N' Roses, Mr. Big, and all that stuff.
Right. Right. So I mean, performing in your class the Naruto, and then
Yes.
when was like the first proper performance? When did you do that one?
I was in fourth year high school when my first band performed in our school.
Right.
And we did a cover of 214 by River Maya and Gemini by Sponge Cola. I was the vocalist of the band then.
Wow. So I mean, you were really inspired by all these OPM rock bands, right? There were a lot of them at that
Yes,
time.
during high school, during my high school years, it was the explosion of OPM rock.
Yeah. I mean, because I remember, even though I was living in Sri Lanka, I think I saw Eraserheads, I think, in one of the magazines, even there. So they were
Wow,
that
wow.
big. I mean, they were
Yes.
quite internationally known already, right?
Wow, that's good to hear.
Uh, did you see this post that's running on going around Facebook? This Viva Young Festival. Have you seen the
Yeah,
flyer?
the local version. Yes, I saw that with lots of OPM bands on the lineup.
I mean, there's different versions going on. Like there's a glam
Yes,
rock
yes.
version, and then there's a death rock, death metal version, and all this, right?
The
But
new metal version.
yeah, new metal
Yeah.
version. But the original one, which was like more of like pop rock and pop punk
Em-
and
yeah,
emo,
emo.
right? But
Yes,
that,
yes.
I don't know if that's really a show or it's just a prank because there's so many bands.
This morning, I think the producer of the show added a second day already because there's a lot of bands in the lineup.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
really
lot of
hard to squeeze the performances in just one day.
right. So what was the band called in your when you were in college? Your band?
It was called Jean Ratzvo. It was a made up French name.
Right.
Yes. It has no sense at all. We just came up with a made up French name and it's called Jean Ratzvo.
Right, right. So I know that you play bass and you play guitar as well. So when
Yes.
did that came up? When did you pick up playing instruments?
The guitar, I first picked up the guitar when I was in second year high school when my mom gifted me an electric guitar that she bought from our neighbor. And
Right.
then that's the first time that I first pick up the guitar, second year high school.
So well, as a vocalist, I mean, you primarily you're a vocalist, right? So you
Yes, yes.
like to sing. So who do you think really influence you or inspire you for
Mm.
singing?
When Demi came out, my inspiration internationally would be Axel Rose. Yeah, he's really my idol.
Right.
And locally, Kevin Roy of Razorback. Those two are my inspirations on being a frontman for Demi when the first time we came out.
But both of those guys are like, they're not just singing, right? They have such a big persona on stage, right? They're
Yes,
just
yes,
showmen,
yes,
right?
yes.
Uh, did you go to the Guns N' Roses gig when they played
Yes,
here?
of course. At the Philippine Arena, that was one of my most memorable gigs that I have attended.
Right, right. And I think I saw Kevin and Razorback are they're back together, right?
Yes. Actually, yes, yes, yes. Kevin Kevin is already singing for Razorback again. I think that happened when their drummer Brian died.
Right.
Then they had a tribute show for Brian. Then Kevin is already singing again for Razorback. Then up to now, we see Kevin singing again for Razorback, especially during their anniversary shows every year.
Yeah, it was such a tragedy, right? Brian Velasco.
Yes.
Because I remember because I used to go for guitar classes and I can't remember the place, Kahuna Academy, and then
Oh
he
yeah.
used to hang out with Sid Buan. She's also the
Yes.
drummer, right? So they
Yes,
used to
yes,
always
he's the
hang
drummer.
out, and then I would say hi to him, and then he was such a nice guy, and then
Yes.
it was so. I mean, that's the first time I saw something like that. That he posted his live video, right, on Facebook.
Yes.
It's so
It was very, I don't know how to describe it when I saw that.
yeah. And it's also getting, I mean, I don't know if I'm getting desensitized because we keep on hearing all these bands and artists are passing away, right? All this,
Yes,
like
yes.
just lost Meatloaf just
Yes.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, and it's quite sad, right? Everybody's like, all our idols are like, leaving us, no?
Yes. It's quite disappointing then, but at the end of the day, that's life. It happens. So,
Yeah, it happens to
oh,
everyone, right? Yeah,
yes.
right. Yeah, I think I really like, I still try to listen to AO radio every Saturday. I will,
Yes, yes.
walking or when I'm outside, I still try to listen. And then it's good that these guys are still keeping it going, Joey,
Yes.
Benny, and Edsel.
Of course. This
Yeah, I think,
morning, they still played Demi 6 this
all right,
morning. So
that's the other
it's
track,
it's it's
right?
so heartwarming. Even though the band is not that active, they're still playing our music.
Right, right. Well, you're playing bass for Ken Liwanag, right? The band.
Yes, yes,
Can you
yes.
tell me a little bit about the band?
Uh, Actually, Ken Liwanag is an alternative pop rock band. And then I met the vocalist KR when we were still working together back in TV5. And then fast forward to year 2019, I think, when I saw him posting demos of his songs on YouTube. And then I immediately talked to him, hey man, come on, let's form a band. Let's do your songs, man. And then
Mhm.
there, rest is history. Ken Liwanag is now officially a band.
Right, right. And I know that they have a couple of songs that I like. Walang, what is
Yes.
that? Walang katapos na, right?
Walang katapos na and Walang Tayo Song,
Tayo
the
song.
two singles we have on Spotify.
Is it like a theme that every song will be like walang?
Uh, I don't know to KR, but uh, because he wrote both of those songs, and I think it's just coincidence that the titles have walang.
Right. Now you know well that this I we love rock, we love metal. I know we went to, I think you were there at the Marty Friedman gig,
Yes.
the
During the what do you
clinic,
call
right?
this? The
2018.
clinic, the clinic. Yes, the
Yeah, I
clinic
think
at
that was
JB Music.
2018. And then we
Yes,
all
yes.
got together. All the guys were wearing like
All the
Megadeth shirts.
Megadeth army shirts.
I think Marty Friedman probably got offended, right? Everybody's wearing Megadeth because he doesn't really like Megadeth anymore, right?
Well, because we loved Marty Friedman because of Megadeth.
Especially Rust in Pieces, right? So
Yeah.
era. So I saw that Facebook photo. I think it was in Shakey's. I think Shakey's. We all
Yes, yes.
got
All of
together.
all of us are wearing Megadeth shirts.
It's really nice. What I was going to say is like, with the Megadeth and all the metal and all that, I got exposed to because of my friends. I got exposed to the K-pop
Oh.
thing, and it's very late. I mean, very late. I was so skeptical about the K-pop because I didn't like the image, but that changed when I discovered Blackpink, because I earlier I thought Blackpink was just like bimbos, or just they're just singing, that they don't have just singers and all that. But it changed. I watched this Netflix documentary, and they sound really good, and they're really committed to that, right?
What what documentary is this?
There's one in Netflix about Blackpink, about them. I don't remember
Oh
the
yeah,
name.
yeah, 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 yeah. Light Up the Sky.
Right Up the Sky, yes.
Yeah, Light Up the Sky.
And they're really talented, right? And they're really
Yes,
committed.
they are really talented. The way they sing, the way they harmonize, they really have the talent. It's not just the looks. They really do have the talent.
And then I think they have also very nice personalities. I really like
Yes, yes.
Lisa. Lisa is like, so
Very bubbly.
right, yeah. And she's actually Thailand. She's from Thailand, right?
Yes, she's a Thai.
She's a Thai, but she's like, you cannot really differentiate anymore, right? They all look Korean.
Yes. We all the four look the same.
Right. So well, this Killerweil, it's
Yeah.
just a nice, it's a great name for a metal band, Killerweil.
Yes, it
Um, is that a solo? Is that your solo band, or is that
no,
actually a band?
it's actually a band, but it started with our single Over the Edge. Parang it was just like a project song at first,
Right.
where I contacted my friend Chislon Bolaños from Il Nomine Patris, the prog metal band. Then I
Mm.
asked him if we could do collaborate on a song, and then we eventually recorded Over the Edge, and then we felt after recording we felt that, man, this should be a legit band. So we gathered some official members. Then it became Killer Whale. It became an official band after that.
Right. How is the response to Killer Whale? I think you have a couple of songs already out, right?
Actually, 3 songs already on Spotify. Over the Edge, Kalasag, and Scrollen.
Spralin, right? Yeah, Spralin. I listen to
Yes.
Spralin. I like Spralin.
Thank you so much. That that's also our favorite song at the moment.
Right. So you doing all this, glam rock stuff, and hard rock with Demi, then Killer
Yes.
Whale, and then
Yes.
the alternate stuff with the other band, and then your solo
Yes.
stuff is completely different. You
Yes.
What happened with the solo stuff? Why did it went to the 80s?
Actually, when the pandemic came, I suddenly listened to a lot of 80s new wave, uh, Japanese city pop, and then I suddenly felt that I need to do this music too.
Hmm.
And then that's it. I came up with my single Kabaliwan, which is 80s inspired new wave.
Right. What is it? What does it mean, Kabaliban? And
In English, it means craziness or
hmm,
foolishness. It's a
right,
love song that talks about just getting crazy in love.
right. I really I mean I've been listening to that, and from the music I kind of get a vibe of the Dawn.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
One
right?
of the influences.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I always like
the early music of the Dawn.
Dawn. Yeah,
Yes,
like the envelope ideas and
yes,
those
yes.
guys.
The synths.
I think somewhere in 20 I think somewhere 2014 or 20, I don't know, I can't remember the date anymore, but I was able to see Dawn live. I think they performed one show, and it was really good. They play like they even play
Yes,
Nirvana. They even play like Nirvana
yes.
and grunge stuff, right?
And they play so clean
Right,
live.
right. So Will, can you tell me a little bit about the live shows that you have done? Like, what are the memories of performing? What are your like favorite shows to perform?
Um, I think the most memorable shows are are gigs with Demi, because I think it it was 6 years. It was 6 years of activity after we decided to go to hiatus, and there were so much lot of shows that we that are so much memorable to me. One of those is when we headlined a music festival in Intramuros together with we headlined the show together with Autotelic way back then, and
Right,
it was an open area, and it was so much fun. And also when we played two Fête de la Musique shows. One
right,
was in Makati, and the other one was the rock and roll stage in Roadhouse together with Razorback and Kwan. That was
right,
also one of the most memorable shows that I have played.
right. I think Fatal at the Music. I think that they tried to do it on live stream last time, right? But I don't
Yes,
think it was a success because I don't think a lot
yes,
of people
because
watched it.
for me, the real Fête de la Musique is still the actual live gig.
Right.
Yes, no one can defeat that.
Yeah. So right. So I used to go to a lot of concerts. But and when the pandemic happened, I couldn't go anymore. I was actually quite
Yes.
skeptical about the live streams. And I thought it's not really. I'm not going to enjoy it. But I actually watched a couple of them, especially the international live streams, and there were some actually really good. There were some that I actually enjoy. For example, I watched the Phil Anselmo and the Illegals live stream.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was really nicely done. And then there was Behemoth. They did a Behemoth live stream, right? Which was like actually it was like watching a movie because it was so nicely done.
Because the
And
production is really great
yeah, so
when it comes
they
to
planned for it.
foreign live stream shows.
Yeah, the problem is for the local bands, they don't have the technology and they don't have the money to do it, right? That
Yes.
in that quality. So,
Yes.
but I think now what I'm seeing is I don't see much live stream shows on the international anymore because everybody's touring in the US and the
Yes.
Europe now. So
They are
there's
already doing actual live shows
actual
there.
shows. Yeah.
Yes, and festivals.
I hope the We Were Young festival, if they would do a live stream so we can watch those,
Yes.
so many bands.
The When We Were Young festival. I hope it would have an official live stream on
Right.
YouTube.
So, well, what's happening with the? Are you working on any new music? Are you writing songs? What we can expect from you in the future?
Actually, actually, I am here on a coffee shop here in Cavite, and I'm
Right.
shooting a music video tonight
Wow.
for my second solo single.
Right. Right. What is it called? The second single,
um, the title is Paradiso.
Paradiso. That means
Mm.
paradise. Is that means
Yes, in
paradise?
English.
Right.
Yes.
Right. That's nice. So, are we expecting? Are you planning to put out an album?
Uh, for now, my goal is to release just singles first. But actually, after this second single, I'm planning to go back to work again to do new music with Killerweil, Ken Liwanag, and Demi. For I think for now, this would be it first. Just two singles for my solo project. Then go back on working music again with my bands.
Right. So, well, what are you? You know, I mean, a lot of people were affected from the pandemic, and a lot of people passed away. They lost their family members and all this. They lost their jobs, and I think, mm, like you and me, I think we are still should be we are still lucky, right? Because we still
Yes,
able to
yes.
work and we still
One
able to.
of the things to be thankful of.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward in the coming rest of the 2022 and the coming years? What are you looking forward?
I think if the pandemic would be over soon, I think I'm looking forward to go back again to doing gigs, uh, rehearsing and jamming again with my bandmates, doing more original songs, just like how we left off when before the pandemic started. Because we really miss those days when there was still no pandemic. Every weekend there are gigs, there are band rehearsals, there are recordings, and all those stuff. Those were the
Yeah.
things that I really miss right now.
Yeah, actually, those are the days, right? We have so
Yes,
many
those were
places
the
to go.
days.
We could go to AO radio in the morning and then we could
Yes,
go to
yes,
a
I
gig
miss
in the
that,
evening.
man. Whenever we have new songs, we go to AO Radio every morning, promote the songs, do some guestings.
Right,
We go to lunch together after AO
right,
Radio, eat all you can on Mega Mall.
right, 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 right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really miss those days.
Yes, of course.
So, well, what's your message to the viewers and also uh, people who support you?
Um, of course, I'm very thankful for the people who support me in all of the music that I do. And my message is just keep on going. And even though we're still encountering this pandemic, I know that things will get better someday. Just keep safe, keep healthy, and yeah, that's it. Everything will be all right. We will know that one day will come that everything will be all right.
Yeah. And then just appreciate what you have and be grateful, right?
Yes, that's the most important thing. Be grateful of everything you have.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like if I didn't have music in my life, what would the situation would be, right? In this case.
Yes,
Because at
we
least
would
now we
we would be insane without music.
yeah, I
That's
don't
a
think I would.
fact. We
Yeah,
would be
because of music,
insane.
at least we have something to look forward to, right?
Yes.
Anybody you want to shout out to, Will?
Uh, Special shout out to my bandmates from Killer Whale, Ken Liwanag, and Demi. Yes. Shout out to them. Looking forward to making music with you guys.
Right. Yeah, so it's, Demi holds a special place to me because I was there when you guys were like
Yes, yes.
promoting
The
the
first
song.
time we met.
Yeah, so and I really love the songs you guys did because that's really like the genre that I really love. So
Yes.
I'm really looking forward if you guys would even for just once get together and put out a song, like, it could be as
Actually,
amazing.
that's the plan for this year.
Right.
Even though we can't do a gig because of the pandemic, the plan for the 10th year anniversary this year is to make a comeback with a comeback single.
Right. So, well,
And
I'm looking forward to that,
yes,
and all the best with your solo work and with Killerweil and Ken Liwanag and all these
thank
other
you
other
so
stuff that
much.
you do, and with all your Blackpink hunting and all that,
Yes.
I know you
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff.
Blackpink.
Yeah, so keep us up to date and let us know, when you have a new song, we can talk again with
Yes.
the whole band, and
Yes.
all the best with your stuff. Have a great day.
Yes. For sure, man. For sure.
Thank you, Will. Have a
Thank you
great
so
day.
much, Shanna.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.